President Zelensky and I have just signed a letter of intent between Sweden and Ukraine. And this is the beginning of a long journey, but it takes us one step closer to a major export deal for Saab and for Sweden with Ukraine. Today's letter of intent, however, is something else than a donation. It does not aim for any new donations at this time. Instead, it is about long-term cooperation on air defense and the possibility for a very large defense industrial deal, probably somewhere between 100 and 150 Gripen E models, which will start being manufactured now, in order to build a new, strong Ukrainian Air Force. This is in English. The step we're taking today through the Swedish-Ukrainian letter of intent creates the necessary preconditions for a major export deal on the Gripen fighters between our two countries. If we succeed, it will contribute to increased security in our part of the world and will strengthen both Ukraine and Sweden. We fully realize it's a long road ahead of us. But from today, we are committed to exploring all the possibilities and providing Ukraine with a large amount of Gripen fighters in the future.
Today marks the first agreement between our countries that opens the way for Ukraine to acquire a serious fleet, a serious, very serious fleet, of Swedish-made Gripen fighter jets. Yes, these are excellent aircraft, powerful aviation platforms that allow for the execution of a wide range of missions. Today, as the Prime Minister, Kristersson, said, we have begun the process for Ukraine to obtain Gripens. We expect that the future contract will allow us to acquire no fewer than 100 of these aircraft.
25 करोड़ गरीब गरीबी को परास्त करके बाहर निकले।
For the good of our nation, let's work together and let's truly make America great again.
The fastest news breaks.
Requested PM saying that look, you will have to speak to Putin and to Zelensky.
The biggest news makers.
The relationship with India is probably the most important bilateral relationship the US will have for the rest of this century.
The capital delivered quite an election result today.
Expert analysis.
The million-dollar question today is how to stop this dance of death.
Ground reports.
I'm standing at the crossroad of the Kumbh Mela. Behind me are more than 100 entry ghats.
Long-form interviews.
Exclusionary politics is reflected in Manipur case as well. You don't bother because this is a small state.
Deep dive into burning issues.
It's often said DRC could be the richest country in the whole world. It's because of what sits underneath.
Why exactly did the US topple the Sheikh Hasina government?
HT videos. We don't just break news, we break it down.